Right. 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 Right.
Alright. It appears to be live. It appears to be working. Sort of OBS says recording. So, start from the beginning. I got no idea if I can swear. I'm pretty sure I set them all to 18. I apologise, I'll try not to. I am 1/3-ish of Infosec BattleBots. I'm not well lit at the moment, I will be fixing that. I'm in my dome, a geodesic dome with printers in boxes behind me. In boxes I made. I need a better mic, I know that. And we run Infosec BattleBots, so we run BattleBots at a load of different events. So that is basically Antweight fighting robots. That one's been in a bit of a bash, had a few fights. Chuck out the side, that was quite fun. Yeah, so we run a touring arena that goes around a load of different B-sides events and a couple of other community Infosec ones. We're starting up, or we're still in the process, it's been a year, of trying to get a couple of local groups going where a few of us live, which would be quite cool. And this is like the first of what will be many of the kind of build along with us ones we're hoping. But we'll do one for all the BattleBots where we'll just sit, we'll get the camera that I'll tell you about in a second working and all of that working, so we'll get us building some stuff. So right now we have two minor problems. One, the workbench camera is currently facing the floor. That's because we need a little stand for it, and the stand I printed broke and all kinds of other fun. And the printer behind me that's printing the part for it has only just started, so that's like 30 minutes and we'll be able to get that done. So I'm going to pause and fuck around with stuff, and I'll be back shortly. I haven't worked out how to do a good waiting one. Yes, I'm still setting OBS up, still doing all that. I hope you like that nice little frame. It does different things. It does, we can see my pre-cell, we can see my fusion. There's up with it. That's horrendously wrong. Yeah, that works. I'll sort that out later. We can see my my pre-cell slicer. See my fusion. We can, I think. I'll sort out spacings and that later. But yeah, we've got what we're going to do. So yeah, because we've got no bots to build and I need to clear out a bit of project time, first thing I'm going to do is build this Ender 3 NG. I've got an Ender 3 that I've upgraded to a SwitchWire that's currently sitting in that box. So I'm going to pull out in a little bit. Going to pause it, go and make myself a coupler and jump back on a little bit and do that. And yeah, hopefully things should be, yeah, things should be pretty cool. The printer that I'm upgrading has only, it is 99% finished on the last part it needs for all of its upgrades. I'll see. Apologies for holding the camera up. Where are you now? This should be mounted somewhere about there. Give you a nice little view of where I've got everything set up. We've got parts and that off to the side. Got everything we need printed. All the parts ready. All of the stuff like that. I'll just switch it back up because no one wants to see my. Oh, geodetic dome looks cool. No one wants to see that. I've also got a couple of printers hiding in their boxes, one of which obviously we're upgrading. And I'll have cameras that switch off to that. So that's my kind of idea of the idle camera. But right now, everything's plugged in. I just ain't got everything working. And haven't got printers on. So, hey, it just happens. Enjoying a good cuppa in the British sunshine, / in a dome in the British sunshine. Okay. We have one person watching. That's more than enough for me just to inanely rant to myself rather than actually pause it. Woo! I've got no idea if I'm going to get banned for vaping, but fuck it. It's going to happen, and oops, as I said, I swear. Yeah. We need some kind of banner. Warning, ban on, swearing in progress. Oh yeah, you'll notice the little circle thing here. That's going to get a little fan over it. It's going to be the extraction for the print that's back there. There's a door that's going to go on there. There is a slightly bigger printer hiding behind there that I'm still tuning. Got it finished building. Realised I forgot to put in a rather key washer, so I'm going to have to take that part and redo it. Hiding in here, just been reorganised, is my bell printer. That's going to get smooshed and moved. And then hiding over here is the SwitchWire. That's the one that we're going to upgrade. So, yeah. Woo, there's my little tour. Also, notice the marvellous labels on boxes. That is a new invention for me. It's cool. Any Nikes. So, yeah. Oh yes, and there might be random invasions of dog owners, so very, very well good at randomly jumping in whenever it needs to. But yeah, so unfortunately not doing a huge amount of much. I've 4% printing, ETA in about 25 minutes give or take. Oh yeah, that's that would be easier if I did that. Can I just yeah, I can drag the whole bar down. Yeah, so right now we've got SwitchWire. That's the one we're going to upgrade. That completed, just finished its last part. It's just going to cool down, so I'm going to let it do a bit of cooling down before I start shuffling it about, and it's easier than burning myself again. We've got that one that's just printing the last little bit for the camera. Then I'll be able to get the camera set up there, and we'll be able to get on and show you when I'm going through building it, all that kind of stuff. Printed most of the parts, ran hones through most of the stuff, screwed together a lot of the things. One thing that will take me a while, and I'm not going to lie, is getting the screws out, because I'm very much a pour the screws into a box and I'll dump the box out and find them. So if you hate that kind of stuff, then you're going to hate me, but fucking I hate me, so join the queue! Haha! I win. Yeah, I'm just going to chat to myself basically for 2 hours. This is going to be eternal monologue out loud. Woohoo! I'm either going to get myself fired or go down in flames. There's a positive there, so. Put more biscuits while we wait for printings. Been looking through the. Been looking through the guide. So yeah, for those of you that are interested, RH3D looks like an awesome design. I've got this end of 3D that I'm converting into SwitchWire already, so it's already got linear rails on, and I'm going back to rods. So yeah, it's how kind of cool I think it looks. I may see if I can linear rail it at some point. But yeah, next generation one gives you a decent printer, volume size, better volume size than the SwitchWire conversion kit that I've got. But yeah, onto the guide imageables. So I've done all of the drilling that we can do on the new bits. Anything that's reused, these bits are going to have to do the drilling, so I'll just drill on camera. I will remember to put goggles on, because safety for last. Safety for last forever. Fuck it. someone make me a sticker of that. I know just the person. Safety for last forever. Got some drilling we need to do on the bed, which we're going to have to take off the printer that's currently still cooling down. We've got a little bit of parts prep, I've done that. Bottom frame, it's going to be the bolting together. I've got a lot of the parts already. It'd be easier if I could show you where I had them all set, but you see, it's full now. Got all of the parts prepped, all the stuff kind of done. Just cut the last rod and the last couple of things for that today. Sorry, they did like 10 minutes ago. So yeah, all the heat sets already done for all that stuff. Skim all the way through. We're doing the ultimate one, so none of the printed stuff. We've got the 2040 upgrade. We've got all of that. So we put the proper kind of ones in. We've got the motors, new set of fresh motors and all that in, ready to go. I'm gonna have to route out cabling, so cabling's probably gonna be another one of these random me ranting as I cable it. But again, if this goes well, hey, I like talking to myself. Hell, as I said, there's two other partners to this Infosec BattleBots that we run out of our CIC, so it's all non-profit, all charity, and all of that. It's very much minus profit. Hey, it's why we're doing things like this, to try and kind of raise it so we can keep going, so we can keep doing it, so we can keep bringing that kind of STEM fun activities to everyone. We've got our next event is actually on Wednesday. So we'll be streaming that live on here. Hopefully, we've just confirmed with the event, which is B-Sides Lancs. We have comms there. We've got our units set up. We've got the arena set up, which I'll give you a tour maybe later on, or I'll give you a tour on the next one, because we're going to get the shed set up for cameras, so we can show you all the prep on that. But yeah, anyway, back to this. What we're doing today, we've got the alignment to do, got all the bits printed for the top, all of them printed, assembled. I've got those to put on, but I had to order a load of M4s for the little T-nuts. I've got loads of M5s, got loads of other stuff. Got the back stuff all printed off, not got it glued together, so that might be a blocker, but hey, batch it, hot glue it, make it work for the time being, and then when I come back to rewire it, I'll do it. Yeah, we've got the calipers sitting around somewhere, so we can make sure we can do all the measurements nicely. Because I'm stripping that one down, it's a SwitchWire, so it's already got it's already had the conversion. Already got all of the kit in it for the twisty one. I'm sure it'll rant on it. I'll come to us later one. So we're going to teeth the motor off it. I've got a mini Sherpa Mini printed up and ready to go. We're going to be pulling the Rapido HF off it. I've got Rapido HF1. I've got most of the fans wired. This stuff I'm going to have to make and solder up. Probably be quite fun to watch because I'm terrible at soldering. So yeah. I need to run and go and grab my soldering iron from the other one and see how it's going. Things are going ka-ping, so I'm guessing that's probably... Ben, you've been banned from this. Ben, you've been banned from that. Too many swearings. Woohoo! So yeah, got a little bit of stuff to run through on it. And in the end, Bing pops out a 3D printer. Gonna skip the wiring, but basically that's what we're gonna do. What we'll be doing on the normal one, because everyone knows Infosec BattleBots, so our website, if I've configured it properly, should be all of the links in the bio. I've just set it up. If I've not configured it properly, send me a thing to say I'm an idiot and tell me how to do it properly. But yeah, basically we have a robot arena. We have I don't know how streaming YouTube will work over this, licensing wise, God knows, not going to do that, but have a look at our YouTube site. We smash plastic. We do things like that. I'm not going to click on stream because streaming a stream may indeed end the universe. We shall have to ask Mr. Cox on that one. But yeah, we've got a nice couple of events. We've got Lancs that hopefully we're going to stream from, get all that set up for. Exeter, we've got to confirm that We'll do that. I can take that TBC off when we're all done. Hey, you might get to see me live edit Wix. Oh, the awesomeness of live editing Wix. Really should check before doing things on it. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll do that later. That's probably a bad idea. I'll do it on another screen. But yeah, get rid of the TBC on that. We're at Exeter on 26th of April, so that's this month. That should be a good laugh. We'll be streaming them. I know we've got Leeds and Basingstoke confirmed. We've also got SteelCon that I need to put in there. Just need to confirm a few bits and bobs with that. Basingstoke's fully confirmed. London, as soon as we get a date, that'll be in. There'll be a few other things that will be popping up as well. There's a few that have been unfortunate clashes. There's one in May that's either Bristol or one of the other ones. But yeah, for those of you that are even vaguely interested, securitybsides.org. If you're in the Infosec community or are Infosec curious, I would massively recommend the B-Sides events. They're a community of people. They're the reason I have the job, do the stuff, do the fun random stuff like this that I do. And yeah, there's been one or two events, let's say. So yeah, there's quite a few kind of UK ones. You can scroll through all that and see. There's obviously, this is worldwide, so there's ones all over the world. They're all weird, they're all unique, they're all fucking awesome. Sorry, said I wouldn't swear as much. Especially this year in the UK, we've got loads of first events. I mean, we've got loads of first events worldwide, but loads of first events in the UK. There's a couple of ones that obviously we'll confirm if we're going to be there. But yeah, have a look at the site. There's lots of fun things to look at. Even if we're not there, it's a damn good conference to go to. But back to us, because we're awesome. So I haven't got many pictures on here of the BattleBots, but we can show you them as soon as we get that set up. I'll show you a few smashed ones. Actually, while waiting for that to print, I shall rant about BattleBots. Huge box of bots. Really big box of bots. I have two of these full of BattleBots and all kinds of stuff in all kinds of shapes. So we have your basic non-destructive spinners. So that one, drive you aroundy, wheelie, if you can hear. That one's got a knacked wheel, so we will be sorting that on one of the streams. And it's got another one that gives it that kind of spin, which makes that a really fun one. That's Agitator. All of these designs that we'll be doing are either on Thingiverse or they're our own designs, and we will be linking to the creators. I'll go through and I'll throw something in the in a bio or in a blog or something after this. We do believe in attribution. People have designed some cool bots. They've allowed us to poach them and let us do cool non-profit things with them, and we do the same ourselves. So yeah, speaking of, when we're talking about the arena, all of that stuff's open source as well. So we'll, if you want to build your own arena, hey, go for it. We've got some of the house bots, kind of like the rubber ducky one, where you've got a nice little lever on the front. That's got tank tracks on when it's fully built, but good little one to, well, terrible one to see inside. Lots and lots of hot glue in place, but basically motors, receiver, Malenki with an integrated ESCs, all of that kind of stuff. Absolutely great controller for any of the Antweight stuff. And then normally there's a battery in there, and then there's a servo sticking out this side there. We do have all kinds of them. They're your non-destructive ones. You get a little bit more destructive when you've got spinners like that with drone motors on. Rather nice and chunky metal things. That's one of the nice kind of dual spinners. That drives absolutely terribly. I will do something about that. Probably flatten off the back, but I wanted it to be the kind of heart shape because it was Majora's Mask-ish. Looks better when it's spinning, but you can't hold it up and spin it. Got loads of ones sitting in various states of repair that we need to sort out. A few little one-time house bots that we need to kind of get going again. So they'll be done at some point. Nice. Whoops, wheel gone. Nice cake one with a nice stompy mouth on that. Need to get that one going. That one was a present for someone, so we need to kind of show them, get that one going. More ducks, nice little spinners with vicious. That one I really want to call it, so I need to sort of clearance there. And it's ever so slightly melted itself on the bottom. Can you see? Can you see the melty? The melty. Yes, lots and lots of melty on there. We've got some ones that you may recognise from BattleBots itself that we've tried to kind of scale down and make into ones. That's Rusty. Have got the rest of the bits for him kicking around, but I did, when I finished making that, I made a smaller one and then I printed it and then I lost it, but it's in one of these boxes so we'll come across it. Oh, for those of you that are the more doggo inclined, Rano says hello. The whole wide world say hello to Rano. Rano, hello. Yeah, he may jump at me, he may do something like that. He's only a year old, so yeah. But yeah, keep going through the box. We've got some more weird ones. You have all of the control of you've got a throttle. That one basically spinner motor, brushless motor there, so the kind of motor you'd find in the drone there, and a battery and a controller. That's it. There's no driving this one. If you've got this one, it's just throttle. Never actually fought it. It's going to be fun. I'm hoping it's going to survive. I've got ideas of a slightly thinner, smaller one with the TP, because that bar's TPU, and the shell is ABS. ABS? Either ABS or PLA, one of the two from that colour. But yeah, got ideas of printing it slightly smaller and putting a TPU cover around it, angling it off and doing all that. That might really work. Got some bits of Squirrelicane, which is an American class one that, well, our top class is essentially the American class, so hey, we might as well make some things look a bit savage. More ducks, as I said, lots and lots of ducks. Our ducks are sponsored by Bose Security. Very awesome person is James and everyone at Bose, and they help us out and help us get to events, and it's all those little bits of sponsorship that really kind of helps us do things. We put a lot into it recently over the last kind of 2 years, and we need to start doing that. Speaking of, we have our just giving GoFundMe. We have our GoFundMe page for us. I've got no idea how to. One second. If I do it in and then I put. Sorry, I'm doing things on another screen, so joys of many screens. Yes. Let's see if this works. That is in Twitch, in YouTube, and I can't send it to LinkedIn. Oh, I'm going to LinkedIn and I'm being very sweary. That's probably a bad business decision. Nah. I don't understand I'm sweary. I'm also like playing with things and breaking things. That's why I'm cool. Continuing on with the many bots of the many botsness. This one, Buzzsaw, again, another Thingiverse one. One of my Litland's favourite ones, because you can, if you get the heights right on it, you can get it just a little bit too low, and it drags itself along at really fast speed and just bashes into everything. That's really fun. My first destructive bot, or the new Evo of it. 1 second. Let's see if we can make light a little bit better in here. Alright, it's darker but should be better for the light contrast. Yeah, so that's the Ra, who's got obviously big spinner on the front, wheels on the back. I'm going to redesign that. I'll be doing that on another stream. We're going to do a designing bot stream. The idea is get a load of these done. Basic pushes. So we've got, and that one's TPU, so it can get battered about. So we've got, and yeah, I'm still on the Infosec BattleBots bit, just the right bit to rant about it. So yeah, I was telling you all about it. I probably should have had the camera bigger to show you all those bits of bots, but hey, I'm an idiot. So we've got 3 sets of rules, 3 new classes: white hat, grey hat, and black hat. Based on the classes of hackers, may end up renaming those, but hey, that's what it is for now. The idea is that we've got some cool rules. The white hat is the non-destructive, is the not having big spinners, is the idea of the intro to it. You're going to be reusing your bot, you're going to be able to come and go and all of that. You're going to be able to come and come again and all of that with the one bot. We've got grey hat, which is the first kind of destructive ones, kind of semi-destructive, your spinners, your stuff like that. And then we've got black hat, where we've given you some extra weight. We've given you some extra things like that, so we want to push it. Instead of the 200 gram, you've got 250 to play with, up to the American sizes. And you can push it a bit further. We have also tweaked the main Antweight size to be 250 gram max instead of 150. A lot of the kind of beginners were complaining a little bit about getting things small, getting things to do that. Didn't want to invest in Malenkeys and do that. Speaking of investing in Malenkeys, we were working with the creator of an open source project. Hopefully within the next 6 months we're going to be having for sale on the website, on the Infosec BattleBots website, a nice little PCB that the funkiness and 80 mega based awesomeness inside it will basically let you control something from your phone. So have open source for the app, have all of that. It's already a project out there. We're going to start linking to it once we've got things a bit more confirmed. You can go and order your own kit if you want, but you'll be able to drive, instead of what we're doing, having to put Malenkeys and things like that inside, which is a good better driving experience. Use controllers and all of that. A little bit more advanced, requires you buying a controller, 50 quid, 100 quid, a bit more. You don't want to do that. Requires you paying for the bot, which is going to be like 30, 40 quid on its own. We're going to start putting together some kits. We haven't managed to get the price yet, but the idea on the open source project we're using will let you control it from your phone. So you'll have the ability to do the forward, backwards, left, right, crossover momentum, power some servos from it, and from the servos, if you want to do the exact same as we do for our spinners and have an ESC control to that and have a spinner off the back of that, and you can do it. The idea is to open it, just make it kind of mobile phone controllable, make it a bit more accessible. It drops off a bit more of the oh, you can't do this because it's expensive, which people who know me know that I hate that. I hate barriers behind that. I hate people kind of stopping you from doing that. So yeah, cracking on with the bots. We've got a bit more of the pushers. I've got one of the flippers that's broken. That's obviously in need of pieces. And then we've got all kinds of, honestly, I could go on, but I'll pick 2 more kind of good ones. That one is Freak, another one kind of from Thingiverse. N20 motors that power that all the way around, and the wheels on the back. That, when it starts spinning, just goes absolutely crazy. That's a great bot to drive. Hugsy, another Thingiverse one. I will pop links to all of these. Has a nice little mechanism where, as it lifts, that way, yeah, as it lifts back, it does it, and then it lifts up. So if you get something in its grips, then it starts lifting earlier. Quite cool. And yeah, as I said, lots of bits of smashed plastic, bits of robots, bits that have gone before. So that's going to be our normal. When we're doing a stream, we'll be chatting on, we'll be building all of that. As I said, that's one box. I've got 2 boxes of robots like this, so more chassis. I've got a full box of the kids track ones, which we do a little workshop that we can do with if there's a kids track at the conference that we're at, where the kids build their little robots, battle them, and just basic pusher ones. We're not giving the big spinners. 1 second, switch it back to proper display. Main cam only. Yeah, the little push bots, not big spinners, not all of that. No, they're quite cool. They're quite cool. Right. While we've got you on that screen, I'm going to quickly edit that on Wix, but I didn't know. There it is, edit site. Yeah, I'll flip back to that. Random bit of Wix editing. Woohoo! I don't even know if I'm on the right site, to be honest. I mean, I'm on the right site, but 1 second. No, haha, oopsies. Let's just flick that back to me, and I'll just. That is my the main project for my CIC that runs this, which is Aimless.tech. The main project is B-Sides Newcastle. So we run a information security conference once a year in Newcastle, and it's kind of a bit fun. It's a bit of a good laugh. So yeah, on set, I'm just on a quick check, see on that print, 86%. I'll be able to click over the camera, and we'll be able to get that actually working. Woohoo! 2 people have actually stayed on. Lucky people. I've got a feeling I know you both. If I don't, welcome to my madness. Oh, my madness is better than normal madness because my madness comes with biscuits. Not bourbons quite yet, but biscuits and conference cups that are big enough to fit a whole bridge to you. Mind changing. Oh no! Stay on. Definitely stay on. It's good crack. I know I'm eating while I'm talking that, but hey. Gonna be on this for 2 hours, record this. It's gonna be part of what we'll be releasing as videos, but gonna plan on doing this every week. 2 hours where once we get going we'll be building the printer, we'll be mucking around with that. Then the main plan is we'll get building BattleBots, get doing that. We've got an event next Wednesday, so we've got 15 bots that I'm going to be building, so I might as well record it, might as well do that, might as well kind of enjoy it, get things out there. And hey, it's good for my mental health, because fuck everyone else, my mental health is awesome. No, my mental health is highest of priority. It's definitely not us. More biscuits. So, I've got no idea how to check. I wonder if anyone's watched on LinkedIn or anything like that. Meh. Hopefully it worked. Hopefully it worked. Trying to get it working by Wix as well, so we'll get that done, get that on and working for there. Speaking of Wix, if you refresh in a moment, it will not say TBC for reasons so we just confirm that. So, while waiting for that part to finish, very much almost finished. The arena. So I've talked to you about BattleBots. I've told you about all of that. I might as well tell you a little bit about the arena. So most BattleBot arenas have a flipper on. You'll have a pit. You'll have something you can drop down. You'll have things like that, and they're awesome. They're great arenas to fight in, but are a bit geeky. We like being a little bit different. So, and we'll give you the full tour of it. Actually, we'll give you the full tour of it the next stream, because I'll have to set up the cameras and everything in that. They have random delivery that doesn't sound like Mamazon. Mamazon delivered the parcel with the cameras for the other one, so I'll get that wired up and show you it properly in there. But the arena, we've got a flipper, as per usual. Solenoid goes bang, makes loud, goes bang. Oh yes, good. We've got a pit that is now servo controlled, so we can go down, up, down, up, down, down, down. Well, we can't do that because I've got them. We can't do that because I've got them wired together. But yeah, we've got control over them. Damn it! I'm gonna have to put a servo on each side now, aren't I? Oh, why did I open my big mouth? Anyway, that and a proper latch. Proper latch on it instead of the bodged one that we did before, because it just wasn't thrown smooth and the pit wasn't dropping properly. We've got 3 spinners on it, which they're not necessarily our own invention, but it's something that we've always had on our arenas. I'm looking around for one to see, to show you. Sorry, it's standing. And apologies, I am in my scruffies, obviously. Yeah, so I'll show you the metal plate that I've got on. So we've got a fair sizable flipper, so that's big enough to fit most bots on. Do the flips on that. We've got the pit, which is of a fair size, and because I've got the servos on it now, it'll drop down. Got to remember to put those plates back on. And I can't find it now, but hey, we've got the spinners as well, which little roundabouts are capable of. They're not too fast. I think the ones I've got in are 200 RPM. So yeah, although nice and annoying to make your nice and annoying to make your bots day. But we also have something cool. We designed this for B-Sides London. Unfortunately, car issues, other things like that, which are, right, when we get back to it, the reason why we're doing the GoFundMe. Ha 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 ha, pitch. Did I send that to Ultimate? Yeah, I did. The reason we're doing all that is so we can keep things going, because we have this prepped for London. That is to go on top of one of the spinners. Got a little hex underneath, so it sits on top of our spinner. And the reason each one of those is ribbed, not only for Cthulhu's pleasure, but we have tentacles that go on and flop around, and it should be awesome. That's going to be launched at Lancs. That should be quite cool. But that's the bottom of the arena. And for most arena events, yeah, that's roughly, so most BattleBots arenas, that's roughly where it starts. Up the top, you've got some LEDs. We've got LEDs. You've got polycarbonate around the sides. We've got polycarbonate around the side. We keep the fighty bits inside. You have a nice little kill switch, so if the door's opened, it goes, no weapons on, and it kills power. That's no doubt going to be a nightmare when it gets misaligned and gets knocked and kills things halfway through, but hey, we will find that and fix that as we go. On top of that, we've got the crane. So, because I like 3D printers, shock and horror, when I rebuilt that one, brain work out how it goes. That one started as an Ender 5, it's now a 0G. But I pulled out all of the metal hardware for an Ender. Ender 5 out there. So essentially we have the world's biggest Ender 5 that happens to be a crane and doesn't have a hot end. So yeah, all of the hardware behind it. We've got mainsail running on it, so clipper, mainsail running on that. It's responding to APIs. So you can move it via sending a API G-code. We've got rid of the keys and all of that requirement. So essentially, if you come and see us at maybe this event, maybe the next one, and ask us for the wires, you can jump onto it and you can start sending it commands and trying to send it stuff. We do have some CTF elements that's going to build into. Still working on those. Hopefully for the next event we should have the OSINT side of things, so we should have a rather short 5-6 OSINT one, where at the end of each one the piece that you're awarded with, the bit of thanks for kind of completing it that you were awarded with, is the key. So is the login, etc., that you're going to need to jump onto our portal. You can then fire all of the weapons. You can then make the lights change colour. You can then say, it's now purple. Pardon me. It's now purple, and it's purple. Obviously, we do have the way we've engineered. We've got kill switches for all of that, so we can switch it all off and make it all die our side security-wise. It should all be pretty cool. But yeah, it's looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing how the crane works out. We've got loads of other ideas. There will be a pop-up nail board, because I've seen some ideas around that, and I know how I want to do that with the holes through the bottom of the arena. So I'm going to be designing that on a stream as well. Basically, all of my random inane pottering shall be streamed, because hey, I've also, speaking of separate projects that haven't broken seal yet, so hey, I've got Technolotment, I think is what I called it. I'll have to double check. That one where I'm going to start streaming my plot allotment. It's not technically an allotment; it's a plotter's thing, but it's an allotment size, allotment shape, There's rules, there's things. It's a plot. It's in a plotters group. It's a plot. But yeah, we're gonna be kind of techifying that. 1 second. One second. Need to enjoy. That's good. But yeah, the tech allotment. Let's see if I can open browser. Sweet. Copy that onto the browser that I'm actually showing, which is on sweet. Sorry, I will go quiet. Tim was gonna be joining us remotely as well, even just chattering away to us in the background, ideally with his own like screen on and all that. But we're gonna set up his workshop in the next couple of ones. But yeah, that is going to be the tech allotment, and we have a tiny bit of a Tim there. So for OSN purposes, pretend you didn't see that. But yeah, so that's going to be what we're going to run for our other Twitch and streaming and YouTube and all of that channel, where we're going to go through building this. You can see it's got my vibe on it. It's got the geodesic on it. 1 second. No, main cam only. Yeah. Cool. So the idea is we'll get that. We've got that. I'm still building the fence. As you can see, that was a photo of it. Oh yeah, we've got fence posts in. We've still got the front fence post to do. Going to do some nice pallet along there. It's got some pallet planters. That's what I'm going to disappear off and do after this. Wow, I've been talking for like 43 minutes constantly. I'm weird. But yeah, we're going to do that. Disappear off, do that after this. And the idea is that I've got things like, it's outside charging batteries. I've got things like solar panels for it. That I'd like to run some Raspberry Pis. And I'd like to do all of my watering. I'd like to have my own water collection behind it. The back piece that you saw of it, I've got an idea that I want to do a dig for, build for, or maybe dig 3.5, build 3.5, depending on how I'm going to floor, of a shed. So dig down 3.5 foot, build up 3.5 foot, and sleepers over the top, sleeper structure for all of it, kind of reinforcing the structure. And then go for grass over the top. So kind of like an Anderson shelter, kind of like that kind of stuff, but something that we can have planting on the top of. We can start growing strawberries on the top of my shed. Does your shed have strawberries on the top? My shed may have strawberries on the top. Still talking to them about that, because it's non-permanent. But to be honest, it's non-permanent. But I am known as the fire guy. It's made out of wood. Anything's non-permanent to me. If I burn it down, it'll fill its own hole then. Anyway, probably shouldn't talk about pyromania. See, I'm not going to do that because I want it to do it because it's fucking awesome. But yeah, gonna aim to get that going. I've got some really good ideas around rotating planters. Want to do a herb planter, again powered off the 12 volt that we're going to be running on it from the solar panels. So we're going to be going through a solar panel build on it as well. Even down to simple stuff, like I want to put some pergolas on it. I want to put together some scaffold planters, just little stuff like that. So yeah, this is the first one of the channels that's really kind of breaking ground, and we're going to be focusing on this for the next kind of month or two, while we get a few more things in order, while we get that bit more tidied up, get the fence on, get stuff like that on, and then you should hear a lot more of me, which no doubt the viewing numbers now drops to 0 because I've just said you'll see more of me, but fuck it, get used to me. I'm gorgeous! And I'm getting a even worse grey streak, but it's coming in the right place, so if I keep going like that, then famous. I'm not gonna see. I stopped myself from swearing. Yeah. I really should have the camera on the screen that's got the picture of me on. Because then I don't look like a madman, like I'm talking off to the side. At least I look like I'm vaguely talking to you. Speaking of which, has anyone noticed that that printer's got quiet? Haha. That means that I can hook up the camera and I can start playing with the printer. Playing with the printer. And it does mean that you've thankfully not got to see my terrible way of how I organise screws. Which I've already mentioned, just don't. Although I did drill some rather nice new fetching holes in to hold my screwdrivers, which so far they haven't escaped. We haven't had the great screwdriver apocalypse. There are still screwdrivers up there raising, I don't know, screwdriver armies. I don't know. Anyone that knows you will tell you my grip on sanity is tenuous. Both various and tenuous at best. But yeah, more ranting off me. I really wish I had this camera in because I could random drilling. Woo! Who doesn't want to see random drill? Alright, pretend I didn't say that. Right. Gotta find a screwdriver. Gotta take the camera off. Gotta find a screwdriver that fits. There's one person here that's got, you need to tidy your dome, This is tidy. Look at all of the things in boxes. It's, while I'm randomly ranting, there will be a panel there and you will not be able to see sunlight the next time this stream's on. So we're gonna get that finished, because I haven't quite finished that one. So hey. But when I get that finished, it'll also mean that, oh wow, one second. Right, so then, I do that, and I do that, and I do that, and I do that, and I go, and yeah. Ta-da! Still needs hot glue in place, so I'm going to have to go and get the hot glue. And you get to see my messier side of my desk. You can see the boxes. There will be more. Always print the boxes. With labels. But yeah, you now get to see, yeah, funky little 2020 frame that I made for it. But I have, sorry, bang. I have all of the bits that I need for the frame here. So, as everything is pretty much quiet, printers wise, I think that means the printers are done, and that means that I can get this done. Other good thing about these boxes, I can just scoop you back in. And if I wasn't rushing, they'd be all back in. And I'd leave them over there. And now all of my M5 nuts are all nicely, pay no attention to the one falling out. All my M5 nuts are all nicely away. So I'm continuing with the M4s that I'll need for this. I can put those M3s back. What else do I need? I need the M3s and the M3 longs. I'll need the T-nuts. So I've got a little selection of T-nuts there. Okay. And those of you that know, 1 second, angle that back, but yeah, those of you that know 3D printing, and know the fats of brim and all of that. So yeah, I've got to clear all those out. They're the 6 rear clips for it. But yeah, those of you that have had a look at the NG project, I'll understand why, even though I had full printers running on it, it's taken the best part of a week. Oops, sorry. Yeah, angle it up to there. It doesn't look too bad. Oh, 1 second. another project that is on the list is building myself a proper bin in it. But yeah, you get different angles of the same printers. I have 1, 2, 3, but you don't get to see that because that's a work one. But yeah, I'm gonna get the brim properly done on those. I was just getting rid stuff to do and rantinesses to do. So let's get that printer out then. Alright, since it's all working and all functional, we might as well utilize this and make it heat itself back up again, so we can actually pull the filament out nicely. But only the hot end, because it's easy to do. And run and fluff. Are you hiding? And you're trying to be all of the filament. Are you trying to be purple? You can't be purple, Brad. You can't be purple. Oh. What's the print speed of the of which one? How fast is the belt printer? Not very fast. That's entirely stock CR30. It is going to be a lot better. Right now it's just propped in there because I did have an extra 3D printer in. Don't even know which camera I'm on because I've got everything. I've got the screen minimised. Let's just pop that back up because that's disconcerting. Yeah, cool. So right now the CR30 is just stock. I do have new hot ends, new extruded, new everything for it. I've got a couple of replacement belts I ordered from the US a while ago. The Core XY purple one, this one. Stable printing, considering I've been doing ABS, it's been sitting at the 70s and I haven't ran the ADMX on it, and it's what I've done most of the parts in. The one there is sitting there that one is 70s, but you know, bridging and all that, you get higher. If you want me to quote the highest number, there's a load of settings on it that are at over 100. I think I have 125, 130s, but you know, play with settings on another one. That one is slow because it's the one in here is slow because it's linear rails. Not linear rails, it's just on rolly wheels at the moment. But the SwitchWire was technically quite fast. This one, it's printing. That might as well take the last piece of its printiness off, because when I clean the brim off that's the last piece that we need for the printer, and that's only a fine guard, so we don't really need it. Right, so we got off it goes for the last time under that, guys. Remember, this was tight last time. So this is what we're going to be playing with. So it was an Ender 3. It got modified to a SwitchWire, so linear rails all round. Afterburner hot end. You see, I knew I'd remember the name of it in the end, and all of the pretty Voron-y stuff. So I'm going to be stripping all of that off it, get it down to pure frame, pure parts, and take it apart. Knowing me, I might have said I'll do this in 2 hours, and this might end up going to a different one. I'll go into another one. I'll go into a later one because I know I'm quite limited on what time I got. I said I'd finish at 5:30. I need to finish at 5:30. Otherwise, am I going to be hurt? Those of you that know will know. So yeah, I'm just going to start tearing this apart. Probably best, I'll get the base off and I'll show you inside. My idea, because the new NG is 3 Zs. Obviously I'll start from the beginning, sorry. So majority of boards I run are the BTT E3 V3. So Big Tree Tech E3 V3 boards, which I will show you one because there's one inside of here. But they only have a single Z. They've got 2 outs, but they've only got a single controllable Z. As I want to do full three-way bed leveling and all of that kind of stuff, I want it to have more. I want it to have the ability to level all of them. So my plan is to make this a dual MCU printer. So I'm going to use one E3 V3 as the board that's going to control the X and Y axis and everything apart from the Z axis. Then I'm going to use one BTT. Is it a Pico or a Nano? I'll show you it in 2 minutes when I pull it out of that as well. To do the Zs. So there'll be, when we go through the setting up the clipper, I'll be setting up 2 different MCUs on it to address 2 different boards for 2 different sets of steppers. Now, as it is stockity stock, that's it. Got new PSU in it, so don't worry about that big old thing. That's gonna go. Got a rather sexy meanwhile power supply to go in it. Sorry, I'm knocking everything over as I'm going. So quickly, before I knock this glass of water over, I'm going to put it over there. So yeah, one second, I need to set out the scale monitor. Haha, yay! There's still one person watching, still worth me randomly ranting, randomly going on. As I said, I'm going to record all of this and use it to chop up and do videos and stuff, but hey, if it's just me sitting rebuilding my printer, and I know who the other person's going to be left is, then yeah, just crack on and just have good crack. So yeah, before I get on tuning into the electronics, I'm just gonna sort of quickly get rid of the motion, because that's a nice easy bit just to get shot of. Do these, get rid of the 2.5. It's a bit annoying because this printer is actually working absolutely fine. It's just my brain that goes, oh, you need to upgrade it because I don't know, you start this conversation. Which is kind of where my brain goes with a lot of them. So yeah, hopefully we can reuse the belts because they're pretty much brand new. So I'll get those on it. If not, if they're too short, then hey, that's fine. I've got a set of belts. It just means I can send things back to Amazon. Right, see. That belt out. That belt out. Damn it, I remember how much faff it was putting this thing together. It was it's a lot easier to take apart. Cool. Not there. Trying to think, I know where me walking for them is. But hey, and these are the ones that you got with the Cyborg kit, so they don't actually have the cables on the other end, so I'm going to have to unplug them as I go. So no, that's probably going to be better. I just go and take the full bottom off. So yeah, can you? I'm going to have to get a wider angle lens or something. Apologies for how messy the Thor is. And the fact that the camera's getting ever so slight tension off that. I'm going to take the bottom off it, then at least I'll be able to see it a bit better. I don't need to take all these bits apart, I just need to get the frame out of this. So, yes, it is right at the bottom, I know, but
I can do it. I'm just dumping all the hardware out to the side because I'm going to use that as most of my hardware to build this, because it's just easier and I'm lazy. I'm not going to start singing to you. I've been warned if I start singing then I might end up with a glorious singing contract, and then the world would lose a great BattleBot builder, you see. It's all for the good of you all, you see. I'm not going to do that because that's still too heavy. 2.5. Should know how to do this. I've stripped it down to clean it enough times. It's the main reason I'm swapping away from the stealth burner is you just can't see exactly what's going on. The hot end that I'm going with is the same as I have, sorry, not the hot end, the extruder that I'm going with is the same as I have on all of my printers. So it's, I'll show you, it's not fully complete, but the Sherpa Micro, so it's just nice and really super diddy. So, you know, Moon Stepper sits on the back of that. We'll see as we build it. It's just nice and light and easy, and you can see exactly what's happening. And this, as much as, yeah, the stealth burner's good, do all of that, it's great. You put a camera on it and you can do smiley face on it, you can do all kinds. I just want something really small and little and it just works. And I want to be able to see things because it looks pretty when it's going. So just getting all these out. I need to build, add it to the project list, PTZ for that, a nice little chat controllable, maybe Discord bot controllable PTZ camera, so people can just decide where it moves. You need to angle it down, alright, yeah, you just click the angle it down button. And then, exfilled, data exfilled via camera nodding. Probably exists, probably has happened. I'm not going to start ranting about cybersecurity because, hey, I'll make an idiot out of myself at some point. Because I'm good at that. I'll just stick to the making an idiot out of myself on purpose. Maybe rant cybersecurity for some other thing. Like run a conference and like let people rant. Wait a minute. I think I know where I'm going with this. Undo all of the screws. 'Cause I don't really care where they go. And I've tidied up the dome, so when all the bits fall out, I know what bits I'm going for, and I know what bits I need out of this. It's weird to working backwards, but also to be able to see where I'm working in the camera. Yeah. Alright, PTZ and move, it needs the camera. I need to work out how to make the chatty things work, but hey. If you are watching me inanely ramble and rant, then feel free to say hello in the chatty things. No more screws there. I don't know if they work, so the main reason why I'm asking. People may have already. Alright, I do need a proper mic. I've got a lapel mic. I've got that, but it's not wireless. So I'm gonna be lazy and wait till I've got a wireless one with like a 2-hour battery charge and just run that. Oh, 1 second, phony thing's going dingity ding. I know who it is. Right, nearly got all the screws out, get this bit apart. So should have stripped this down. I'm gonna end up doing a stream later on with me putting it back together as a new printer. But hey, it means I get to sit and have a mental health break, which everyone needs, because it's the most important type of health. It's health. All health's important, but Mental health is super important as well. Same as soul health, but my mental health I can impact on by doing shit like this. Tell me if I'm missing something. I'm probably missing everything. Just undo the main screw band. Stop having the hot end hanging. Right, so yeah, that's hiding in there is the hot end that I'm going to rip off and put onto. I'll have to work what out that was. I thought it was a Rapido, but I'm going to have to work out what that is because I printed the template for a Rapido. I'll have a look. P-Drg. Oh, it's a dragon. Oh, cool. Cool. Floating dragon, dragonfly, whatever it is. I'll get that put together. For this one, have I undone everything I need to just take this off yet? No. There's a screw in there, and there's a screw in there that if I'd have just undone those screws, then the whole thing would come off. But hey, we shall see, we shall see. Yeah. I do very much like the tool board for the hot end. That is like chef's kiss. I want to build my next one. I want to have can on it. Next printers having full CAN bus, having full doing that properly. Haven't tried that properly, so I want to kind of get that. Need a tool. I kind of get a try on that. See how that is. It should be fun. It should be fun. Yeah, so yeah, that's the motor and the stuff. I'm going to pilfer all of the innards out of that to make the other one work. And yeah, basically I just got to keep stripping this down. Woo! I'm going to go so and run out of time before. As I said, I do have to scarper when I said on the time, which is a bit poopy, but hey. But hopefully I'll get a fair chunk of this done, and I'll pause it. I'll pause what I'm doing until I switch the stream on next, because then I know I'll be recording it. So then when I knack up and don't know what I knacked up on, and I'm trying to blame someone else as to why my dome's on fire, I can look back and record and go, oh, bollocks. Again, I really have no idea if I'm allowed to swear. I'm assuming that those patings are emails going, you've just been blocked, you've just been banned, you've just been pating-a-dinged. Not the first time. You can try blocking me and banning me. I've been blocked and banned by 4 smellier people. Right. This is something that's both very good and very annoying, all in the same breath. BTT Eddy, great bit of kit, but if you're going to use it with, like I'll be setting up on this one, use it with a clicky, use it with something like that. Great bed scanning, really quick bed scanning. Not the best thing if you're doing bed leveling, if you're going to be fettling with it a lot, because by the time you end up changing things, it's just... Sorry, I'll start this with sense and I'll try and make sense. You can't change the Z offset without redoing it or without using different config. I tried using the beta config where you were meant to be able to do the Z offset, and it just wasn't having it. So yeah, it's one of the main reasons why I'm changing this out, not putting the Eddy on it. Going to go back to using a BT Touch for the time being. And then I'm going to change it to one of the BIQU Micros, I think they're called. Just had one of those for the first time. Really good. So yeah, I'll be using that. Ah, that's why that screw's actually still screwed in. Woo! Flying screwdriver.
And the disassembly continues.
Yeah. There's going to be a follow-up stream with assembly of the new printer. Looking at the time, we're an hour and a bit. And mind you, I aren't done that. Nah.
Believe in yourself, Ben. You must believe.
Apologies if the random shouting annoys people. It's annoyed me my entire life. I still do it. Okay. No, I need the big one. Where's the big one gone? It's amazing how messy this got. How quickly. What I'll do is I'll have a little bit of a tidy. As we're not assembling, we'll put the other ones away. And then we can just grab them when we need them. Hey! It's almost a fast plan. 1 second. How you go wrong? I shall let Doggo escape, and it gets a little bit more sunlight in on the occasion. Right, I had a big Allen key around here somewhere that I'm probably not going to be able to find. What is that? Right. Allen key, where are you? This one the right size? Yes, it is. Oh. Well, that was loose. Tighter, but still loose. That is not only loose, that one's out! Right. There's the old rail. Gonna keep a hold of linear bearings. I'm thinking about maybe a Voron 0 or 0.1 or 0.2 or whatever it's called, the really diddy one, because I've seen a really good dueling one with that I want to kind of clone steal, replicate. Oh, let's take that off before I ruin that. Clone steal, replicate, stand on the shoulders of giants, because hey, that's what we all do! We stand on the shoulders of giants. Why do I keep doing weird accents? But hey, I'm you know, when you have one of those, your brain runs at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, I think I'm idling along about 125. Not silly, but not slow. Yes, these both have the blockers on. I'm gonna have to find the end blocks before I take these rails off properly. So I'm gonna leave the bits that have end blocks on attached to them, so I don't end up killing a rail. Not going to be a problem until I get down to the bottom ones, because they're the ones that don't have end blocks on. So yeah, bit of oh, PTFE tape, plumber's tape, something like that around it. That would work. Right. This one out. Slowly catch you, monkey. We're slowly getting there. Well, I could have had this all disassembled for when we started, but that would be no fun. And I wouldn't have spent yesterday digging post holes in the tech allotment. And we needed post holes because we needed a fence. Because without a fence, couldn't let Doggo free. Doggo had to be on one of the loopy into the grindy things, which just sucks. Right, there's more bits. Pilfer things out of them if I need the screws and that. Oh yeah. One second. I haven't got a switch in the screen anymore. Where's that disappeared off to? There it is. Woohoo! Back on with the disassembly. Don't need to take any of the motion stuff out of it, because I already had enough bearings from surplus from other parts and other failed and now disassembled projects and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to go for getting stuff off it quickly. And then once we've got this down to just the chassis, just the parts, not even the chassis, it's all got to be parts. There's a bit of tapping. Get that done. Remember to oil every time we tap it, otherwise I'll end up breaking yet another tap. I just break so many things. So yeah. So those caps are still on there, no matter which way. So for the time being, we're going to leave them steady. I'm going to wrap some tape around it when I take it off so it doesn't split. Yay! People actually followed me. Woohoo! Means they jumped on, they saw a madman ranting to the space and time continuum. Yeah, near enough what I'm doing. And thought, what? This is my shit. No, not swear. This is my jam. Right, sorry. I'm start doing all of these things off camera because I'm thinking, I think maybe I'll put the camera a bit higher. If we had it a bit higher, we'd get a bit of a better view on things, but also a bit lower. So yeah, basically I need to make rails for the camera now. Was wondering what I was going to use the linear rails for. Ha ha! I now need linear rails for my camera. Oh yay, yay! Start YouTubey things and stuff about doing projects and yay! You never know. You never know. And on YouTube and Twitch and LinkedIn. I think I'm going to change that next time. I don't think there's been anything on LinkedIn, but it's a weekend. The LinkedIn one, the reason I wanted to try that and get that working is I want to do some lunchtime builds. You know, I've got half an hour free on lunch. I'll be putting a bot together, build half an hour, kick stream on, build, see things, make awesomes. No, I can't remember how to do that. Cool, take off the bed then. That's got to be one part of it. If I just keep taking apart the top of it, then something's going to fall out. Unwire all the inside, all of the gubbins. I just want to get these off ideally first. So I can just turn it upside down. Why did I not print these a little bit nicer so they actually span okay in the end? Right. Yes, I know the bed's absolutely trashed. There's been more than one print job kicked off when I forgot to put a PEI sheet on. The problem with PEI sheets, you often forget them. At least I do. Am I tight now? Ow! Yes, listen to my old body creak. Don't give me any sympathy, I don't want it. I've earned these creaks. Oh, this is just going to be me chatting to myself for 2 hours every week, innit? And people pay for therapy, you see? It's bloody crazy. It's bloody crazy. Right. Come on, last bit. Yay! Oh, we've got some plans for the streamy bit as well. So, while I'm getting this off, what we're going to have a look at doing for the stream is, so I have cameras set up to most of my 3D printers. I have the ability to like show that off. Why don't we kind of plug that up? Why don't we allow other people to jump in and see them? So I think there might be certain bits of this stream that are just going to stay live and just be this is what's printing on the 3D printers. No audio obviously working and all of that malarkey, but thought it might be a good little thing. Dunno. Right, first rail coming off. I'm not going to let that fall. I'm going to put this over there. Yeah, it'll be good when that bit's finished. It'll be nice to have everything closed off. Right. Let me get this rail undone. Just pulling the linear rails off that. I was a bit shocked when the NG didn't use linear rails, but to be honest, it was the best conversion that I really found that was into the Core XY, because what is this, Core XZ or whatever this one is? I've just never quite gotten on with it. Seems to be too many stresses in the wrong places, and yes, you got the counterbalance, yes, you got the weight, but it's just never quite been the print I know it can be. So joy about 3D printers, when you buy a 3D printer, what are you buying? You're buying the brains, you're buying the control board, you're buying a hot end, and you're buying a chunk of loads of 2020. You can make something else out of that 2020, or you can make your same thing into something totally different by just changing the 2020. How it's set up, where it's set up. Alright, that's on there. I'm going to leave that for the time being. I'm going to flick it over onto a side. Yeah, now the motor's not sticking out of it. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to do this side from here. So no, you can't see. Right, before I do that though, I'm going to pop my screwdrivers back because I'm missing a 2.5. There it is. Cool. My new thing, trying to remember to put my screwdrivers back. It might go horribly wrong, it might not. So yeah, there's that first one out. This one. That's out. I need my really tiny screwdriver. There's that. And find a different really tiny screwdriver because some of these are too tight for that. Yay. No. They're all flat. And then on the board, I really need some form of different camera thinking, but hey, this is what we thought of. Would work for now, would work quickly. Hopefully it is not an unpleasurable experience. I'm not a madman, I'm not going to say you're actually enjoying my inane rantings, but hey, if it makes you feel slightly better about your inane rantings, then my mission here is done. I'm going to sit down and have a cuppa in a minute, I think. Lots of doing of stuff. Not enough cuppa drinking and biscuit eating. Wow, that's in tight. Good thing I wasn't planning on using that cable. The cable is entirely, sorry you can't really see that, the cable is entirely ripped off. The end's stuck in the board. We'll have a look at that when we get out. I'm not forcing it when it's at a weird angle. Cool. Well, that means now I need the flathead. And we're looking for the TikTokers. We're plenty on the time. I've been chatting for an hour. Uh-huh. Excellent. Just small enough to fit in. See? When you can only use a massive tool when you'd need a tiny little screwdriver. It's because you're a massive tool, Ben! Oh. Well, if I took the piss out myself, then no one else can. Ha-ha! Fatality. Well, that's seriously my crack, though. I piss out myself. No one else can. It's easy. Just laugh at everything, everyone, and everything, because you can't take anything seriously. Right, I'm at 2.5. It's annoying that this isn't DIN mounted, because I'm going to have to print up some little DIN rail mounts for this. But hey, with us having a little break between this and not, then it gives us some time to do it. I'm gonna, might see what I'm doing about later on tonight, might do it, but it'll be recorded. I think I've got YouTube set up correctly to record these things. We'll find out afterwards. If not, I've got local recordings of everything. Right, so yeah, there's one of the brains I'm going to use, which is that BTT board. There's the one that's stuck in. You see, it's like stuck. Pulled it, and it literally pulled the cables out the fastener. I've seen those, the bottoms of them. One second. I've seen the bottoms of them pop off like that, before this normally happens. But yeah. Anyway, that's what needle nose pliers were made for. Just plier it. Oh. Alright, apparently it's not the newest of cable ends as well, because it's pretty much just coming apart. Alright. I need some more tighter needle nose, and I need to do something with that. I think it's because it had a bit of hot glue on it. There it is, popped out there. Yeah, coated in hot glue. That side's done quite well, but this coated in hot glue there. Cool, so yeah, that's going to be what's going to go in as board number 1. So that's going to be running the top of it really, and then the other board, no idea, there it is. The other board, which is this one, which is the SKR Pico, yep, there, is going to be running the other two. So that's going to be running the 3Zs off that and nothing else. It will, in the end, when I finish adding this on, because this is the next upgrade for it, it will be getting that, which is the 4-colour MMU for it. Then I'll be able to print 4 colours with this printer. It's another one of the upgrades that I'm planning for it, but that'll not be for a little bit. And got Raspberry Pi on the bottom. So Raspberry Pi is going to be running main sail, controlling the brains, doing all that. So it means that I'll have a spare Raspberry Pi coming out of here, which is a Pi 5. So I'll swap the 5 with the 4, and then I've got a 4 for another project. Woo! It's all about projects! Projects! Right, that's too small. Three or four screws on part. It's 4, isn't it? Yeah, it is. There's a little one hidden over there. 4. Yeah, to be. That's I've got the Raspberry Pi recovered out of that. And get me snips and start doing a few of these. Alright, I'm going to angle it round so you can see it. Because now I've got it open a bit more, that's going to be possible. Yeah, see, I'm still dragging a lot of it around with it. Yep, yeah, stuff that's come out of it and new parts for once. Mainly new parts, trying to keep the stuff that's coming out of it separate. Parts wise, that is. Parts that I'm not going to be reusing rather imminently, I should say. Right, yeah, there's right about that bit later. I'm going to pull the magnets out a bit as well, because I'm going to use the magnets on my cupboards behind us. Where's my little flathead gone? Oh. There's a whole massive long tool. There it is. Yeah, I will lose things and then find things and lose things and then find things. It will happen again and again and again and again. Welcome to my life! Right. This is out. Cool. Move that, then I move to work around this side. Woo! I'm just pulling the bed plate off so I can easier access everything really. Then I'll be able to. Sorry. Terrible at thinking and talking. You'd never tell, Ben, you'd never tell. Then how come your mouth's always moving? Because I said I'm terrible at thinking and talking. Yeah. Melted laugh. I'll put that there. This off as well. Yeah, just need this off. These other 3 bolts off. I do have one of those little powered screwdrivers, but you know what? I forgot to charge it. And you know what? Last time I assembled this, I made sure I put Loctite on everything. Everything got Loctite glued. And it's so annoying! Last one, and the plate's off. You never know, we might actually get some assembly bits done. Now we need to drill this plate to a template. I should have done the 2 hours on disassembling a SwitchWire printer. And then I'll do a new stream on assembling the new one, because I know that's how long it'll take me. Damn it. That much Loctite glue, it's actually holding it in. Second, just checking nothing on me. No, nothing. Cool. Well, nothing for me. Alright, get these out. And then I can get that last bit of wire out of there. And get the other bits out, and you never know, we might get to the bottom of the printer. The annoying thing is, I know how long it took to print. I know how long it took to print every single one of these parts, and all of the faffs that I had printing them and getting things level and all of that. It's a problem with when you upgrade your own printer. You're taking apart your own upgrades and going, oh, but this was alright, but nah.
Upgrading with better.
And then using the bits off this to upgrade other printer as well. So upgrading 2 printers out of 1. Right. The first one of those done was... I've got to switch it the other side. Alright. Can I at least finish getting the rail out? Not if I use that screwdriver, I can't. I need the 2. Push there. Sorry, I'm being silent. I'm trying to screw things in upside downy manner. And upside downy isn't necessarily the right way up, so often it's a little bit difficult. Right, I can't remember the order for them. Meh. Can't get that bit up. Oh, wait a minute. I can if I do that one. Right, there's a separated bed. That bit we're going to use for later as well. I should put my bits for later in here where it's going to live. And while we're doing that, no, I'm not going to move that yet because that's going to be a faff. There's the other 2. Fell on the floor. Right. One second. Once I pull it.
Stupid cables.
I'll have put them in, but where's my snips now? Pink box. One good thing about tidying up everything is, and I mean, it took us ages. If you'd have seen this a week ago, you'd have been like, what, you're trying to stream from... Nah, people are just going to see your mess, man. People are just going to see the mess. And I agree, it looks a bit messy. You're staring at like innards of a 3D printer, and there's bits over there, but you can see desk. There's not stuff piled in every single place. That's good. Right, back doing shit with 3D printers. This one snapped. Unplugged. The screens are really cool, and that's a separate controller. That one's just for that. It's quite fun. I really should have snipped all of these first. I'm going to add some LEDs behind, so there should be good light for this for next time. Loads of things that I'm going to do. Let's see if I'm going to get any of them done though. I know me. I will. I have faith in me. I don't. But I do. But I don't. Right. Last 18 minutes. Let's see if we can get this down to the frame and what we actually need. And then when I have a little bit of off time, I'll get the tapping done. Everything else is cut and sorted. And I'll do another stream over the next couple of days, and I'll build it. Knowing me, it might just end up being tonight. And I'll get the new NG one put together and all of that done. Yeah. One thing I will really admire off the SwitchWire one is these extensions. Having the printable extensions and not having to put money in. Same as the NG one. The NG, I've went for the 2040 alu, but I had that kicking about. If I didn't want to do the alu, I could do the printable kit and do basically everything with what I had sitting about. It's really good. It really reduces the cost of kit, and it means that everyone can just upgrade and redo any of their old like Ender 3 printers. You just I'll just redo it. I mean, you can pick them up on various marketplaces for as cheap as 50 quid. I know, because I have. That may be the next one. Sorry, I gotta keep an eye on the shed. Another bit of plastic off. Woo! Starting to see the trees for the trees now. Woo! This is where it's going to get annoying, because I want to be really careful that I don't rip a rail out. So I'm not going to undo the rail carriage. I'm going to get rid of all of this first, then I'm going to do the rail carriage. Yeah, right. Sorry, I thought I had that disconnected. Hot glue. My bestest friend and my biggest nemesis. You'll see the arena, all the pins have had a decent, not all of the pins, but the ones that have are stuck in have all had a decent little bit of hot glue, just to make sure. With the amount of driving around that we've got planned for this year's arena, and as I said, even though dates aren't confirmed for some ones, we've got events we didn't manage to make last year, let's say, that we really want to, and we want to plan something special. But first thing is just getting it all functional, getting it all working, and all cool, really. Right. Well, come on. Oh. There's one problem with doing that, right? That's alright, so yeah, that's going to be popped off to the side to use in a little bit. Is that full? I think it's full. I don't know, it's a pie. It's a pie something. 3. Yeah, alright. So, as we approach the last few minutes, me ranting at you glorious people, I'll remind everyone that we have the GoFundMe thing up. And it will be, we aim to at least get to the point where we're not just throwing money at it. It's an awesome thing. We love doing the events. We'll love, especially the kids' tracks, getting them all smashing robots together, especially if they're quiet before, then smashing robots and shouting at each other and beat ya, yeah, is just awesome. It's just awesome. I know some people are like, oh no, you can't have competition. It's alright, it's good to have competition in the right setting, with the right environment, with the, yeah, alright, let them have the win, but you don't go excessive, don't go this, don't go that. But hey, that's me ranting. I'll give you me whole, this is how the world should run. Maybe not on this platform, or ever. But hey, you never know if the entire world government does just want to give up and let a random weird guy run everything. Probably not be much worse. And that is all I shall say on the matter of politics, because I don't want to be banned from anything ever. Should have so taken this PSU out before I started taking this bits apart. But I did forget how well put together these were. These little braces. You've got the back bit that I've just taken off, and you've got 2 screws across. So it braces it and it makes sure that it doesn't buckle. It's a right little one. I shall rip it off for some design of something at some point. Not rip it off, I'll credit it correctly. But I will stand on the shoulders of giants, as it were. Because that's all any of us do. Anyone that says any different is a fucking idiot. Who do you think made the computer that did that on? Who made the bit of paper that the person who made the computer? Don't stop ranting, Ben. Stop ranting. Yeah, sorry. Keep catching myself. I have promised I will not rant, and I will not make sillies of myself. And I've definitely made sillies of myself. So I've got to keep to the not ranting. Right. I have important jobs that involve me, an ice cream, a milkshake, and the combination of all 3, which I will gladly show any of you if you ever end up in Newcastle or South Shields. That is fucking delicious, that I need to go and devour. So yes, that is my super important why I can't stay on, and I really should. I'll stay on and I'll do this with you. No, dude, it's warm and ice cream. Ice cream! Maybe if it was terrible weather, if it was manky, yeah, I can sit. It's winter, yeah, I'll sit. We'll have a long buildy builds. But no, in the summery sun, when the weather is good, then Ben eats lots of ice creams, cause ice creams are tasty, 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 tasty good. And we dropped to 0 viewers as Ben starts singing. No, I don't know, but please, if that was true, that's just awesome. Right. I'm going to take this bit off, because I should have taken it off before. As that'll then get the PSU out of the way. But before I do that, why don't I just get the majority of the PSU wiring out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only reason I'm being so careful with these is because I can't be bothered to crimp anymore. And I still need to finish off the 0G, get that working. Yeah. I was thinking about doing for the average kind of settings. I'm thinking it's about 125 is about normal. I'll show you, we'll get playing on it at some point. Right, let's all of that off and out. More wires. Stepper motor that will be used for later. So I'll pop you over there. I've used that. go through and recover all of the insets out of all of those at some point, because I'm sorry, but I will always be how I was raised. And you gotta, it's an inset, man. Yeah, you just a little bit of work, you can pull it out of it. A little bit of work, you can recover that. The amount of times that phrase has got me into so many problems. Yeah, a little bit of work, I can recover that. Oh no! 6 hours later, I'm standing there with an axe in a massive hole, wondering why on earth I decided I was going to recover this small tree stump. Based on a real story. Based on a real expensive story, but hey. Yeah, it looks like we're getting down to actually having half of it apart. I was trying to speed up and give myself the, we need to get this done by the 2 hour mark, which 8 minutes. I don't see why we can't make that. Means less random ranting from me, which you're probably all looking forward to. Woo! I wonder if I'll get copyright striked for singing songs. Can you sing that badly that they just won't copyright strike you because you can't sing? I'll corner the market. No, not corner the market. The market is already huge. You have entire TV shows based on it. Viewing figures for most things that drop off straight away say what now? Yeah, but yeah, hope for the couple of yous that either rewatch this or the one that's watched all this way through, I hope we got something out of it. I mean, I've been doing co-working, I've been doing things like that where you just sit and watch someone work and it's get a bit of work done yourself, and it's really quite a good, fun way to work, get a bit of things done. So I'm definitely going to be doing this again, and the next one will be putting that actual printer together, which may or may not just be later on tonight because I know what I'm like on these things. And then the one after that, I promise, pinky swear, will be actual bot building. We'll be putting some of our Antweights together. As I was saying, I'll just re-rant myself because on the guide it said to repeat yourself. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think it counts when there's only been one fucking person here, but hey. Yeah, we have 16 bots to rebuild by next Wednesday, and we've got an arena to finish. The arena is fully assembled. It's the code has not been done. That's what we need to kind of focus up on. We've got a load of Python that we need to do for that, which I may stream doing that. I'm terrible at Python, so you'll laugh at me, but hey, it's not about being good, it's about giving it a fucking shot. It's not about knowing everything, it's about knowing how to work it out. So yeah, I might do something like that, and we'll have the CTF set up on the arena properly. Maybe even have that front end. If we can get that glorious front end working, we've already got AWS. We've already got credits to spend in not in AWS, in Azure. We've already got front ends and stuff like that we can attach to. We could quite happily host that as a front end. So you never know. We'll have a look. If we make it in time, excellent. If we don't, then it's another one for that can be done at the next conference that we have. Just enjoy this. We can take the BattleBots to loads of conferences. We'll take BattleBots to loads of things like that. Right. How long have we got left? 4 minutes. Damn it. And I'm going to get a haircut as well. You never know, I may die at all because I have
so many greys.
Right. I'd hazard a guess though, I'm probably not the greatest person on Twitter, not Twitter, Twitch. So, yeah, alright. Almost got all of that out. That whole harness thing to get free. But, since we uncabled it that side, and just twisty pulley. Because that's out. Yeah. That's it easy. So that stepper out.
Oh, am I gonna make my
2 hours and I only managed to disassemble it, but still managed to get one thing done. Yes, I know, I'm just brushing stuff good onto the one. What else have we got to get? I have to get this, so I'd qualify this as out because I'm not having, I've cheated and I haven't managed it. For an expander board, may or may not be using that. Useful for LEDs and other things, so that may end up in the BattleBots arena because all of the LEDs for BattleBots is ran from the from Mainsail. So if you can work out what the macros are, then you can start playing with our lights. You can give it disco mode or party mode or whatever we try and call it. Maybe something like that. You give it all kinds of fun. Right, that one out. I shouldn't be talking, I should just be focusing on getting this down. You will get it done, Dan. It will be done in time. I'm not going to include the rails in getting it down because I don't think I'll make that. Please a bit out. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to leave the chassis on the rails on the bottom, just because I'll need to go and get some tape and make sure I do that. I don't want to ruin my rails because I'm rushing to get things done for past. It says I've got a minute left. It does, that's what it says to me. So that's what I'm going off. So, no, that's not that. Three. Alright, there's that one done. This side. So, including the inane shot, and we had to wait for this was printing for half an hour. That's probably about an hour and a half, an hour and a quarter to disassemble that switch wire down to almost only the parts that we need. Let's get this bit off, and then one or two little bits to come off. Right, that is what I'm going to call clean for now. Main reason is I don't want the rails, because I haven't got blockers on them, I don't want the rails to come off, so I'm leaving that motion in there. I just need to get this one And then I'd say we've made it. And I'm going to go and reward myself with an ice cream. Having didn't quite manage what I'd set out to in this one. Only just disassembled it. But I'm going to get those taken apart. And next one we'll jump in and we'll get the actual SwitchWire printed. Not printed, the actual Ender 3 NG built and things working with it. It should be really good. It's rated as a very, very good printer. Obviously I've got all the parts printed off for it. I've got everything ready. I'll just tidy all the parts away. Poke all the bits out, get all the screws out, do all of that. I shall say toodaloo for now though, one second. Let's switch back onto the primary. No, that's not going to happen. Oh, no. Main cam only. Yeah, so, obviously, didn't get done what we needed done. As always, things take twice as long as we think. Got things disassembled, took us an hour and a half so far. Get things disassembled. I've got a couple of Allen keys to pull out. I'm going to pull that apart, get the things that we need tapped, because there's a few things that need tapped for the next phases, and I'll do another stream either later on tonight or tomorrow after work or something like that with assembling it. So I hope I haven't been absolutely terrible. I know there's one person that stuck around, fucking awesome. Other than that, I shall catch you in a little bit, everyone. Toodaloo.